Hi guys, how we doing? Phil Kent here, and just continuing with my latest challenge, which is the XXX 100 challenge. If you don't know what I'm doing, I started another challenge when I came back from our recent holiday to Turkey, and this one is called the 100 challenge, or the XXX 100, because it's got to be done over a 30-day period, 100 Facebook lives, 100 Facebook posts, and 100 either shorts or reels. And basically it works out to between 3 and 4 of each a day, and it just gets you into a good mode of consistency and gives you that accountability, which is the other thing I always talk about. So I've already done one earlier today, so this is going to be Facebook Live number 2 for today. And people often ask me, where do I get ideas for doing lives? What do I talk about? How do I get so many subjects to talk about and things like that? Sometimes it's just a case of getting on, chatting and playing it by ear. Other times I'll get a lot of questions, maybe from team members, or I'll see somebody else maybe had a question in a group, and you can pick up on that. And I'm going to touch briefly today on the subject of an email warm list, because one of my recent dominators has been asking quite a few questions about it, and the difference between the cold list and the warm list and how you build it up. It could be quite a long subject to go right into, so I'm not going to sort of go into huge detail about it. I'm just going to sort of touch on it and discuss sort of how you should be doing it, because when you're getting most of your leads coming in, if they're coming in from especially coming in from, say, paid traffic and things like that, then they're obviously quite a cold list. But what you need to be doing, you need to be monitoring these leads inside of your email autoresponder, and then just seeing how they're getting on. And because what will happen generally is, especially a lot of the cold leads coming from sort of paid traffic, they're generally sort of biz ops seekers looking for the sort of magic button or whatever. And a lot of them won't even read any follow-up emails, let alone the welcome email, things like that. They just want to see what's on the other side. So sometimes they'll quite often put in a dummy email or whatever. But you're looking for the ones that do actually open emails, as they may still be looking for that sort of shiny object or whatever it may be. But you'll find over a period of time that you'll get ones that are opening them still on a regular basis, and they're clicking through some of the links on the mails as well. Now, these are the ones that you just generally want to look out for. So these ones that you generally want to look out for, and these are the ones that you should be sort of looking to move. And the easiest way to do it inside of GetResponse is to monitor what they're doing and move them over to a different list. So someone just sent me a message in the middle of talking, so I was just looking to answer that, because it's something that was relevant to this live. 1 second. Just a quick answer. Back to where I was, and it's quite easy inside GetResponse, because they show you they've got a sort of, if you're using something like GetResponse, they show you a quick they show you sort of a bar. It's like a five bar, and they will show you the activity of that person and how engaged they are. It's got an engagement score inside of GetResponse. So if you've got someone that's still highly engaged, these are the people you need to move to a different list, because they're obviously still looking for something. They're obviously still looking engaged and looking for something that works. And these are the ones you can sort of build up your warm list from. The other side of the warm list obviously comes from sort of direct leads, saving messages from Facebook leads and things like that. But the idea is, then if you're moving these engaged leads over to an active list, because you know that they're going to open, you're going to be able to send separate emails to these. Maybe you set up your own separate autoresponder sequence, and you're also going to be able to know that you're going to be able to send some sort of value to them, maybe some separate trainings and recommend stuff to them, because the engagement rate is going to be sort of through the roof, and you're going to get the good sort of open rates and click rates and things like that. So if I show you a quick screenshot, what I'll share my screen. So I was having this discussion with one of my dominators, and I won't be able to show you entirely inside, obviously, the GetResponse, because you'll be able to see too many contacts and things like that. But I can show you one of the screenshots of the reports that I get. Let me just go over. Now you should be able to see that, hopefully. This is a screenshot of inside, and this is based around the sort of the warm list and other traffic. So hopefully you should be able to see what I'm doing. I'm sort of looking at the phone at the same time. Now, as you can see, the open rate here, you've got a delivery rate of 100%. I've got an open rate of just short of 60% and a click rate of 14%. Now, this is mostly done from the warm list, etc. But you can see that these sort of figures, for anybody who knows anything about email marketing rates, these kind of figures are, you know, insane. These are sort of through the roof. And this is because I've moved and copied these email leads over to a warmer list. So when you're sending broadcast messages or you're sending stuff out to them, you already know that these people are engaged contacts. They're opening your emails, and you're going to get a good response rate from them. And so that is basically how you do it. That's basically what it's all about. So I can't show you too much other stuff, because obviously it's going to show too many other contacts and details and stuff like that. So that is just one of the things that you should be doing. It's an easy way to build the warm list up. The other side of it comes from if you're Facebook messaging with people and you're building that relationship and contacts there, you can do it that way, because they're obviously warmer contacts as well. They are two separate lists, and that's what you need to be doing, because you don't want to just become like an email storage facility, because that's always going to happen. If you keep coming in with cold traffic and cold leads, you're building up just the one list, you know, your open rate is going to be very low, click rate is going to be low. You're not going to really know who the better leads are, because you're not filtering them out. So if you're monitoring them all the time, moving them over, it makes it an easier process. And then the ones that are just sitting there, not opening, not engaging, not clicking, just delete them from the account. And that's called cleaning the list on a regular basis. And these are the things that you should be doing to work on part of whatever business you're doing. So the email list is very important. So I hope you find this useful. But sort of broken down in simple terms. But I was explaining this to one of my team members recently, and he found it quite valuable. It's something that he knew nothing about. He didn't know anything about this. So sometimes you think, yeah, you get a good question like that, put it out on a live and explain what you do, and that is how you do it. It's very easy inside something like Get Response, because they show you who the active leads are. You've only got to go to them, and you can highlight them and tick them, etc., and then just copy them over to another list you already have, or move them over to a warmer list. And then when you send your broadcast out, you're going to get really high open rates, because you know that they're already opening them, because that's the reason you've moved them. Okay, guys, so that is Facebook Live number 2 of the challenge. Whatever you do, have a great Sunday. I'll probably try and squeeze in at least one more before the day is out. And if anybody wants to jump on, just drop me a comment, drop me a message, let me know. And whatever you're doing, have a great Sunday, and I'll catch you on the next live. Cheers and bye for now.